Hello! This video is part of a series where I read over old issues of my comic Hellgate and give some commentary. Hellgate started in 2003 when I was 15 and ran till 2009. You can read it for free at jaegercomics.com. This footage was captured from my streams over at twitch.tv/Jaeger_comics. This is Hellgate Battle 33 Hotel California from 2008. Last time on Hellgate Battle 32, Brother. The US Army tries to replace Neil with his older brother, Brian. Brian decided that the best way to find out which Demon Slayer was better was for them to have a match. At first, Neil was sure he was the weaker of the two, but Brian gave him a pep talk and Neil was able to completely defeat his brother, claiming his right to be the Demon Slayer. Hi, real quick. Might look a smidge different with the lighting and whatnot. It's because Twitch didn't see this part, because on Twitch I played the actual song from the Eagles, and I can't do that here for YouTube, so you're getting a special fresh recording of me reading through this issue and singing this issue. It's kind of my best option. I hope you enjoy. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of eucalyptus rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. Had to stop for the night. I think that's a hotel up ahead. Let's stop for the night. Sounds good. Let me see. Hotel California. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up the candle and she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor. I thought I heard them say, "Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here." Let me see. Some sort of outdoor party. Ta-da! Not bad for short notice. Nice! Where's Courtney? She's still getting ready. Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She's got the Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty, pretty boys she calls friends. How they dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, "Please bring me my wine." Bam! "You're only 18, he said. "We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. There sure are a lot of people here, but I didn't see any cars. Neil? Va-va-voom. Courtney, let's dance." Dancing. Them being all lovey is starting to make me sick. And Neil hit him pretty hard. Seeing them is just reminding me of how lonely I am. "Excuse me, miss. Would you like to dance? I don't swing that way." And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, "Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. They living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis." "Excuse me, miss." "Not again. Is it true what you said? That you're interested in women?" Yeah. Why do you ask? She's cute. I too am attracted to women. We'll get into that in commentary. Come on, I wish to show you something. Then we cut to a hotel room. Mirrors on the ceiling. Pink champagne on ice. They do know we're underage, right? I'm 22. But I know how you feel about alcohol, so I'd never touch the stuff. And she said, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. Food shall be served in the master's chambers. This place is weird. In the master's chambers, they gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. And we cut to outside. Oh. You look a lot cuter with your hair down. Thanks. Now come on, it's just over here. At night, these lights dance across the pond. It's beautiful. Not as beautiful as you. She's so forward. Ghost! Zark! It's true, we are ghosts. In 1969, an earthquake killed everyone in this hotel. 4 years ago, a demon showed up and enslaved our souls. Since then, he seduced newcomers and turned them into ghosts as well. We are fading because the demon loses concentration while making love with a victim. Jessica! Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the nightman, we are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Neil runs right through him and stumbles across this scene. Oh, this is what Jesse sees. She's the demon! And... it was all a lie. You gave in to my advances so easily. You must have been very lonely. Neil. What gives you the right to toy with people's feelings? Neil swings, but immediate stab. He's nimble. Courtney, I need your voice to use the Dragon Twister. Courtney's still knocked out. Crap. Hippo carried her outside. Zark! So long as I can see your movements, you don't stand a chance. So be it! Bam! Fool! They will only grow back! Slash. Not anymore. And absorbed. Mind if I sit with you? No. Want to talk? No. You gonna be okay? Eventually. We see the graves and the ruins of Hotel California. Okay, so I'll just toss you back over to the Twitch footage now. And here's an extra drawing. Courtney Smooch and Neil. Next time on Hellgate, Battle 34 to Hell and Back. Neil visits Roanoke to see Mike Olive's mother, only to find that Mike has returned home and is back to normal. Now, Neil and Mike are entering the Hellgate to find a way to keep Mike from changing back into the Demon Prince. So, yes, this entire issue is based off Hotel California by the Eagles. The Eagles was my mom's favorite band. So I grew up hearing like the Eagles cassette tapes in the car. And one of my favorites was Hotel California. And I think I'd heard maybe a Family Guy joke or just people like trying to figure out what the story of Hotel California is and stuff like that. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I base an entire issue off of Hotel California. Right off the bat, I tried to do something different with this cover. Again, we're still working with Microsoft Paint, so I'm of two minds. On one hand, I'm very proud of how this came out. You get this dark mood. You can tell that she's lit by the lantern she's holding, and there's some light caused by these fireflies. For Microsoft Paint, this is like some pretty amazing lighting. This is some really amazing lighting I'm pulling off here. On the other hand, Hotel California, the very first fucking line in the song is on a dark desert highway, and I put a fucking forest on the cover. Because fuck it. I didn't realize that until like late, because I wanted my mom to read this issue. I don't think she ever got around to doing it. I don't recall ever being able to show her this issue. But I remember bringing up that I wanted to read it, and she saw the cover and she goes, "Why isn't it a desert?" I was like, "Oh, fuck, you're right." So that's fun. That's a thing that happened. But yeah, cover, great look, really fucked up with the concept. And yes, so there's also, I think, besides these inserts, well, no, we've seen typed text before with issue 17 when they were in a digital world, when they went into the internet. But yeah, so the song lyrics are typed, and handwritten is everything else that isn't song lyrics. Warm smell of colitis. So his face here is because I don't know what colitis is. I looked it up, and I believe it's supposed to be pot. That's my understanding. And so Neil's having a negative reaction to that smell. It's not as warm and inviting to him as the people who wrote the song. Here we see the Hotel California. I guess it gets the job done. Perspective is fucked, but what are you gonna do? There she stood in the doorway. So yeah, I feel like this hairstyle is vaguely based off of Rain Mikamura from G Gundam. Not without looking at it, but probably just in my mind. So I don't know how close it actually is, but I just remember that was the thought process. I really like this here. It's simple, but for the time, like, that's a really good shot of a hallway for like 2008 Hellgate. It really is. Especially with the shading. I do like what I did here where like during the choruses, I would change the font up. Then we have them out at the party. This girl here is vaguely based off of, we'll get to it in a second. Vaguely based off a fan of Hellgate from back then. She was like Hellgate's biggest fan. She loved like every issue. She would read it on Gaia Online. I would send it to her inbox on Gaia Online. Just vaguely, like I didn't really reference her, but the reason why is because her mind is Tiffany Twisted. The girl's name was Tiffany, so that was she was the vague inspiration. As it turns out, as it would turn out, years later, I actually would more directly base a character off of her in Heaven Gate, and we'll see that eventually. But for a kind of non-important character who just kind of dances for 3 frames, not a bad design. Not a bad design at all. She almost looks like a proto version of the Demon Princess, to be honest. With the coils and the dress and stuff like that. Just a blonde one. Of course, alcohol comes up in this issue twice in terms of like Jesse asking for wine and then the pink champagne on ice. I'm a teetotaler. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not a fan of alcohol as a concept. So I had to kind of work around that. This interaction here, I'll talk about the other one later. This action here, I don't mind. Like, yeah, like Jesse's only 18. So Neil's like, you fucking shut the hell up. Courtney here, very pretty in theory. The execution leaves something to be desired. Like, my God, that neck. But it's the first time we kind of see her with like her hair up and dolled up, but almost would like to take another crack at this because, hoo boy. But this is like the first issue where we actually get to see them like as a couple. You know, it's like, it was like half the series ago that they both kind of admitted their feelings to one another. And then there's the whole coma thing. There's the whole misunderstanding thing. And that was finally that was finally cleared up about 2 issues ago, 2 or 3 issues ago. But this is the first time where it's like, No more drama, no more misconceptions. Like, we just have two characters in a relationship, and I'm glad I could finally show that. Then we have this guy here, a very suave looking human. Of course, later we'll see that this is a demon. In fact, that earring he has is actually the letter D in the demon language, which is kind of funny because that's another thing that would carry over to the demon princess, oddly enough. A return of Tiffany Twisted for the chorus. Look at this girl. Her hair kind of reminds me of a girl from Escriad or Escrido. I don't know. It's never pronounced. But the tell here is that she has the same earring. This fucking, this is the first of two times I'll very awkwardly have Jessica talk about her sexuality and someone like respond like, excuse me, is it true that you are interested in women? I too am attracted to women. Like, are these lesbots? Like, what the fuck? God, I didn't know how to write lesbians back then. Here's a second instance. Pink champagne on ice. And he was like, you know, we're underage, right? And she's like, I'm 22. And she was at this point. And then this line here, but I know how you feel about alcohol, so I never touch stuff. This feels a little forced. This feels less like I'm writing the characters and more like I'm writing like my life. Cause like Neil's, like my issue with alcohol is like pretty well known for people who know me. I've never addressed it in Hellgate besides this one issue. And I probably wouldn't have if this issue didn't really kind of call for it, but maybe it's a little bit too on the nose to have Neil have the exact same feelings as I do. But Neil is basically a shadow of myself in a different life, so I guess it makes sense. And then we got the gathering in the Master's Chambers. This is interesting here. This doesn't look great. What I was going for was like the Fireflies, the scene from Final Fantasy X where Yuna and Tidus are like making out in that lake covered by crystal trees and glowing lights. I was trying to give that kind of vibe, but it's not easy to do in complete grayscale with pencil. At least not for me anyway. I'm sure other artists could pull it off. Not a bad kiss. Not a bad kiss. Their faces aren't overlapping too much. We got this. Jesse freaks out and accidentally like shoots Hippo into Courtney's head and knocks her out for the rest of the issue. Another one of the rare instances we get to see Jesse's ability to see demons when they hide in human form. And there it is, the demon. Looks just like he was human a second ago. I like the touch that I actually have him put his glasses on. Except now he's got pointed ears and fangs. And Jessica takes this really hard. Maybe a little bit too hard, but what are you going to do? And then we have the fire where basically this demon can react to any move used against him because he's got very keen eyes. I love this frame. I love this frame. When Neil's like, Courtney, use your voice so I can use the Dragon Twister. Also, I think that is added, that little dot right there on his shoulder. I think that's added after the fact digitally in like Microsoft Paint. I think I forgot it when I drew it and I just threw it in digitally because that's like way too dark for it to be pencil and scanned. Like compare it to the blood there. It doesn't work. But yeah, so I love this frame. It's like Courtney's still knocked out. Crap. And we see like, she's still like one, that's a hilarious pose she's knocked out in. And then we point out Hippo, of all people, Hippo the penguin carried her outside. Why? Who fucking knows? Maybe he just didn't want to leave her alone. I guess that's valid. Look how goddamn pleased with himself he is. Hippo is so pleased with himself that he does. I love this frame to this day. So this demon uses a fencing foil, and putting your hand up like this is not, I wouldn't say it's bad fencing form. It's a necessary fencing form, and it's the form I take when I used to fence. Don't get too excited. I took one class in college. And I just remember my teacher kind of pointing out my weird hand, and I'm like, well, it's whatever. It's out of the way. Who gives a shit? So that's my fencing pose. Also, a rare instance in which the demon's also a lefty, just like Neil. And so Neil's reaction is just to poke out his eyes. I will put a little bit of a plot hole here. If this demon can see and react to every move, why couldn't he react to these eyes about to get poked out? What are you going to do? And yeah. And then we just got this short scene where Jessica's a little hurt, but she'll be okay. And she has her hair up for the first time, or not the first time, but like she actually is going to have her hair up. This is a new style for her. We won't see her hair down again for a long time. So for now, her hair is up. I'll talk more about that as we see her hair change over time. And then we have the gravestone. So this is implied that basically this is what the Hotel California always looked like, but it was all an illusion that it made it look like it was fine, that there was nothing wrong with it, that there were peeps in it. So this is the destruction. Then here's the graves of the people who died in the earthquake. Because if you remember from a second ago when we read the issues, basically there was a earthquake in 1969. Everyone in this hotel died, and the demon brought the ghosts and gave them like form, and was basically just using this as like a trap to lure in more victims. So 1969, where did I get that year from? That's from a line in the song. We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. So it's kind of implying like, yeah, we haven't really had a good time since we all fucking died. And so Tiffany Hack, that's Tiffany Twisted. That is the name of the fan who loved Hellgate at the time. So I put her in there to imply that character was her. And then these other names, Randy Meisner, John Felder, Joe Walsh, Glenn Frey, those are actually the members of the Eagles. So I think I got their birth year correct. I think I made sure to do that, though hers is not correct. She was not born in 48, the real Tiffany Hack. She was younger than me. But these, I believe the years are correct for the birthday, then obviously not the death year, I hope. I don't think they all died in 1969. I'm almost positive there's at least some Eagles still alive. And then this, I think I just drew, this is like something I probably drew in between classes in college and just decided to put in the back of the issue. And the next time is issue 34, and we are very quickly making our way towards, I would say issue 34 is the first step on the escalator that's heading straight towards the ending of Hellgate. There's 42 issues. Issue 34, I think, is like the first step on the escalator. It's like there's no turning back. We're going straight towards the ending. So yeah, that was Hellgate Battle 33, Hotel California. Thank you for that, Redeem, the Gamer Boy. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button, and I'd love to read your comments below. And make sure you're subscribed so you know when the next comic goes up. Also, check the description for a playlist of any readings you may have already missed. And if you'd like to read ahead, all of these comics are free on my website, YagerComics.com. Bye!